will explain about the halal analysis that provided by a private hospital for kidney failure patients. Halal control point is a point, step, or procedure in halal food manufacturing at which it's control that can be applied, and as a result, halal food cross-contamination can be prevented. So this is menu for kidney failure patients, which are 1 cup of white rice, 1 piece of grilled beef, 1 cup of mixed vegetables, 4 slices of apples, and 1 cup of plain water.
Next, I would like to present about grilled beef. The first HDP for grilled beef is a source of a red meat, which the meat must come from halal manufacturer to ensure the meat has been slaughtered according to Sharia law. The supplier also must have been approved the halal certification. The next HCP is cutting the meat into a medium size. The equipment used, which is a knife, must free from any contactant or cross-contamination with non-halal raw material, and clean the equipment after has been used by using the chemical which are designated for food product. Marinating is also considered as HCP number 3. Flavoring used must come from halal source, clean and not come from animal fat. Pepper is allowed to be used for marinating as it is come from plant origin. Then HCP number 4 is garnishing. Ingredients which are used for garnishing must free from non-halal element. Usually plant origins such as herb garnish and garlic have been used as ingredients for garnishing. Grilling is also considered as HCP number 5 because the ingredients used in grilling must be clear their halal status. Animal oil as a base for smoke and grill flavor, which mixed with olive oil, must be halal certified, as well as emulsifier used in grilling. Less HCP in grilled beef is plating because the equipment used such as ceramic plate must not be never used to serve non-halal food.
The third menu is vegetable soup. So this is the flow chart for the menu. The first halal control point occurs during the transition of raw vegetables from halal manufacturer to the receiving area in the hospital. The raw vegetable might be in contact with any haram or intoxicating materials during the transportation process. So the corrective action for this HCP is to making sure the transport used is free from any contaminations with non-halal items by transporting halal materials only. The storing and washing processes are identified to be control point 1 and 2 respectively. The next HCP might occur during the cutting process. The equipment such as the chopping board and knife might be used for non-halal materials and is made of non-halal sources. So the corrective actions that we can apply is by ensuring the equipment is cleared from any cross-contamination between haram materials, and the equipment also need to be from reputable and known brands which are using halal sources only. The third HCP is occurring during the cooking process of the vegetable soup. So the added ingredients such as garlic and olive oil might have contaminated with non-halal ingredients. The equipment used, such as stainless steel pot, also might be used to cook animal product or foods before. So the most suitable corrective action is to making sure the added ingredients are free from any haram contaminations, and the equipment used need to be ensured coming from high hygiene and is free from animal products and foods. The fourth HCP occurs during seasoning process. The added black pepper and oyster sauce might be contaminated with non-halal ingredients during the transition process from storing area to the cooking pot. The correcting action that we can take is by making sure the ingredients are free from contaminating with nash or harmful sources. The last HCP occurs during plating process. The plate used might coming from non-halal sources and used to serve non-halal food. The correcting action should be taken is by knowing the sources of plate origin, and the plate must be free from haram contaminations materials.
Menu number 4 is an apples. Sources of apples considered as a HCP1 due to the fertilizer that used during a plantation that may come from non-halal elements. Corrective action for it is halal fertilizer was used. Besides, reject all batches if has been tainted, while reserving, storing and washing considered as a CP1, CP2 and CP3. Next process is a cutting process that considered as a HCP2 because equipment used to cut the apples may cross contamination with non-halal items. Therefore, equipment used to cut apples may be separate from cutting any non-halal items. Final process is a patting process, which is HCP3. The plates may be served for non-halal food previously. Besides, it may be made up from non-halal sources. Therefore, corrective action is use separate plate to serve halal foods between non-halal foods. Besides, reject all batches if has been tainted with non-halal elements. In a conclusion, it's important to ensure that the product is halal tayyiban by recognizing the type of potentially contaminated halal with non-halal foods that commonly require a halal control point system that needs to monitor every stage of processing foods.